49. Euphoria, Jackie's POV. When I entered the meeting room, everyone was already seated. I took my place at the head of the table. Ballroom sat to my left, and Lavanya was on my right, directly across from him. The managers from various departments were also present, all waiting for the discussion to begin. You're all here because D. Dawson is launching a new product this month. The product is ready, but the samples are yet to be released in the market, so we need to focus on marketing and the ad campaign, I announced, scanning the room. My gaze briefly lingered on Virat before I continued. And I'm giving this responsibility to your department, Mr. Oberoi. My jaw tightened as I said his name, but he merely nodded in response, maintaining a professional demeanor. I delegated tasks to the respective departments, ensuring everyone understood their responsibilities. We finalized the launch date and discussed the necessary preparations. I want this ad to be something heart-touching. I paused, choosing my words carefully. Something that connects with people emotionally so they can relate to it. Our American campaigns have done well in recent years, but this time I want something that feels more Indian. I leaned back slightly, specifically for the Indian market, I added, observing the room. I'd love to hear your suggestions. I let my gaze sweep from left to right, waiting for someone to speak. I'm asking because you all know the Indian market better than I do. You understand what works here, what resonates with the audience. So, any ideas? One of the managers raised his hand. Sir, I have a suggestion if you'd like to hear it. Please, go ahead. We're open to all ideas, I encouraged. Why don't we have the general public try the product and gather their reviews? We could include those testimonials in our ad, he proposed. That's already in the plan. We'll distribute free samples with one of our previous best-selling products and collect buyer feedback, I explained, twirling my pen idly on the table. But I want to go deeper. What do Indian mothers look for? What kind of ads draw them in and make them feel connected? As the discussion continued, different departments offered their opinions, but I noticed that both Virat and Lavanya remained silent. Turning to Virat, I asked, What do you think, Mr. Oberoi? You'll be making the final call and developing the ad, after all. He hesitated for a moment, glancing at the others before responding. Yes, sir. I've been listening to the suggestions, but sorry to say, I don't think testimonials alone will be enough. I frowned slightly, puzzled. Why not? Because it's overused. It's too common now, and people won't find it convincing, he said, shrugging his shoulders. I was about to respond when I saw a delicate hand rise, Lavanya's. She wants to say something. Yes, Miss Lavanya, you have a suggestion, I asked, my interest piqued. She nodded. Yes. I'm not sure if it's a great idea, but I think it could work. Her voice carried a hint of nervousness, but also conviction. Let's hear it, I encouraged, leaning forward, resting my arms on the table, eager to know what she had in mind. She glanced around nervously before speaking. Why don't we create an advertisement in 2 parts? In the first part, we could show a 9 months pregnant woman talking to her unborn child about this mysterious product. Then in the second part, after she gives birth, we reveal the product as she massages her baby with it for the first time. She paused, shifting her gaze from one person to another. We could air the first part for a week before the launch to build curiosity, and on the launch date, we unveil the secret. She finished and waited anxiously for everyone's reaction. Wow, what an outstanding idea. I was utterly flabbergasted by her creativity. Tusi to kamal karditan behena. Great idea. I heard Ballroom praise her enthusiastically, and soon everyone joined in. As she received compliments from all around, a sense of pride swelled in my chest, like they were praising someone who belonged to me, someone I deeply cared about. I couldn't help but smile. We'll need good Indian models for this. And of course, a very cute baby, someone suggested with a chuckle, making everyone laugh and nod in agreement. Why don't we use Lavanya as the mother? Virat suddenly proposed. The room fell silent. My smile vanished instantly. I snapped my head toward him. What? Lavanya and I both frowned and spoke at the same time. I glanced at her, and she returned the look. It was awkward. Yeah, I mean, why waste time searching for models? She has a beautiful, expressive face, one that embodies the love of an ideal mother, he explained. I kept stealing glances at Lavanya while he spoke. She looks like a mother to him? How? All eyes were now on Lavanya, who looked utterly bewildered. Oh, I see what you're doing, you bastard. You want to use this as an excuse to spend more time with her, to keep her tangled in your department, close to you. I have to admit, clever move, asshole. What do you all think? Virat asked the room. No, I declared firmly before anyone else could answer. Every head in the room turned toward me. But sir, I think it's actually a great idea, one of the managers chimed in hesitantly. Indian models are everywhere in advertisements nowadays. Seeing the same faces repeatedly gets monotonous. Using someone fresh, a non-model, could make the campaign feel more authentic and engaging. He glanced at Lavanya. Exactly my point, Virat added, gesturing toward the manager. And I clearly said no. I slammed both hands on the table, making everyone jump. A heavy silence filled the room as I glared at Virat. You will find professional models for this campaign. Lavanya will not be doing this. Am I understood? Virat exhaled sharply. If my input isn't valued, then why am I sitting here as the marketing manager? If you don't trust my decisions, you might as well hire someone else. His tone was sharp, challenging. I narrowed my eyes at him. This guy is really testing my patience. But before I could reply, Lavanya finally spoke. Sir, I can't do this. I've never been in front of a camera before. This doesn't seem like a smart idea. She directed her words at Virat, sounding hesitant but firm. Thank God. I eased my posture, my expression softening just a little. Do you want your first ad campaign to be a disaster because of me? She added. Virat huffed, while I closed my eyes in frustration. I hated the way she was underestimating herself. It didn't sound right. Lavanya, please try to understand. You are the best choice for this ad, believe me. And weren't you the one who told me once that I should have confidence in my work? He replied softly. I rolled my eyes, clenching my jaw as I stared at the table. Confidence, my foot. I'm 100% sure that if you're the face of this ad, the product will be a huge success, Virat added. I was breathing heavily, still staring at the tabletop, when I heard Lavanya whisper to him. But sir, my parents... It's a baby product, Lavanya. He whispered back, and it grated on my nerves. Whatever it is, I can't do modeling, she argued in a low tone. This isn't modeling, it's just a mother-baby ad. Enough, I cut in sharply, my voice commanding the room. Balram and the others darted their eyes between me, Lavanya, and Virat, clearly entertained by this ridiculous triangle of arguments. Mr. Oberoi, you cannot force someone to do something when she is clearly saying no. I glared at him and he looked away. She's my closest friend, he said, glancing at Lavanya before turning back to me. I know her better than anyone else. My bones burned to ashes. How dare he? I was about to say those exact words out loud, but before I could, Lavanya's voice cut through. Fine, she announced, looking at him. I froze. I'll do it, she added. I jerked my head toward her in disbelief. What? But only after talking to my parents, she conditioned, lowering her gaze. Is she serious? Sure, I'll talk to them, Virat assured her with that smiley face of his. It felt as though they were having a private conversation in a room where nobody else existed. Not even me. What nonsense is this? I shot up from my seat in a blink, and all heads turned toward me. The meeting is over, I dismissed, looking straight ahead before storming out of the room. I paced back and forth in my office suite, fuming. Not just because that moron got what he wanted, but because Lavanya served it to him on a silver platter. A single woman can drive men completely mad. And now I was one of those men. That's when I heard a knock on the door. Who is it? I snapped, irritated at whoever dared to disturb me. Sir, it's me, Lavanya, came a nervous voice from outside. I stopped dead in my tracks. Now why is she here? Don't let her in, my ego advised. Let her wait for you. She left with that jackass yesterday. She friend-zoned you. And now, she didn't even respect your decision. Yes, exactly. Let her stand there. She deserves it. After a few seconds of heavy breathing, I sighed in defeat. Come in, Miss Lavanya. You are so screwed, my ego muttered. I rolled my eyes, knowing full well I was incapable of ignoring her. The door opened and she stepped inside hesitantly. Taking 2 small steps forward, she mumbled something too softly for me to hear. What? I frowned. Lunchbox, she said more clearly, holding up a familiar box in her hands. Oh, my heart melted instantly. She never forgets. For me? I pointed at myself just to confirm. She nodded with a gentle smile. I didn't say a word after that, just kept staring at the captivating woman in front of me, the one who cared about my smallest wishes, my happiness. You understand everything. Why can't you just read my eyes, love? I inhaled deeply. Where only love resides for you. She stood there in silence, her expression a mix of nervousness, awkwardness, confusion, and a hint of shyness. Her lower lip was trapped between her teeth, her gaze flickering everywhere except at me. Her cheeks were flushed, and her long lashes fluttered continuously. A question formed in my mind, and before I could stop myself, it was already out of my mouth. Why did you agree to act in the ad campaign? Her wide eyes shot up to meet mine, but when I didn't look away, she quickly lowered them again. After a few moments of hesitation, she finally whispered, "For you." What? My heart skipped a beat, my eyes widened, my mouth parted in shock. Did she really just say what I think she did? For me? I stammered. She lifted her gaze slightly and gave a small hesitant nod. Oh God, someone please pinch me. No, scratch that, just punch me.